Hello, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. That's Big Spot if you don't hablo español, and I am super excited to announce the Art of Reading Price Section 30-day bootcamp. Now, I know you may be wondering, well, Tim, we just had the Art of Reading Price Action mentorship. What's the difference between the mentorship and the boot camp? Well, unlike the mentorship, this is a month-long boot camp for up to 20 people where I will be dedicating the entire month of January to share my understanding of the ICT concepts and how to use them on a day-to-day basis. Not only will I just be sharing my understanding of the ICT concepts, but once you're inside the private Discord, you'll have access to weekly Q&As, you'll have access to weekly homework reviews, you'll have access to at least 14 tape reading sessions, and you'll have access to the private Discord for up to 6 months after the boot camp ends. And at the end of the boot camp, each individual that's inside the boot camp will have an opportunity to schedule and conduct a 1-hour one-on-one coaching session with myself. Now, the boot camp will be broke down into 4 phases. Phase 1 will be a revamp of the Art of Reading Price Section educational material. Phase 2 will begin our tape reading sessions. And Phase 3, we will move into developing strategies for those that are unable to develop their own strategy. I will work with you to come up with a strategy that fits your trader identity or your trading style. And Phase 4 will be a combination of tape reading, Q&As, and we will start to schedule the one-on-one coaching sessions for everyone involved. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes. How much does it cost? Well, the Art of Reading Price Action Bootcamp will go on sale beginning December 1st, 2024 for the price of $1,000. But if you are a current member of the gang, you have a special discount code inside the Discord right now, which you can use up until December 25th to get 75% off that $1,000. So it will be $250 for any current gang members if you use the code that's inside the Discord. Now, for everyone else, you have a discount code for 50% off that's good until December the 14th. And that discount code is SPIDER50. Again, for everyone that's not a member of the Spider Gang Discord already, your discount code is SPIDER50 and it's good for 50% off, and you can use that coupon code up until December the 14th. Now, it's first come, first serve. It's only available for up to 20 people. So once it's gone, it's gone. Take advantage of it today, and I hope to see you on the inside. Again, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. That's Big Spot. If you don't hablo español, y'all be safe out in these trade streets, man.
Something.
I can't hear anything. Check.
Check.
I can't hear anything. Can y'all hear me on YouTube? I can see the thing making noise, but I can't hear it. Hold on, let me see if I can figure this out. Okay, they can hear me on YouTube. I gotta figure out what's going on with the Discord.
Can you hear us now on the Discord?
I don't know what's going on with the Discord. Voice and video. Check. Voice activity. All right, output. Everything is set, right? Check. All right, it's saying that it's picking it up. All right, it's saying that it's picking it up. We heard you in Discord. Okay. I can't hear y'all though. I can't hear. Hold on. I can't hear y'all. Is anybody talking in the Discord right now? I can't hear anything.
Yes, we're talking.
Let me try this. I'm gonna try to close my Discord. Try to open it back up. Open Discord back up. Alright, it said I was still in there. You were talking. Yes, we're talking in Discord. I can't hear anything. Alright, let me try something. That's not audio. Properties. Alright. Device. Alright. Global settings. I don't know what's going on here. Check, check, check. That's working. Alright. Close that. Man, what in the world is going on today? Alright, now let's check out the voice. Nope, don't want to do that. Can't hear that. Okay. Let me try this. Disconnect that. Go in there. I don't know what's going on with Discord. Discord is tripping. Alright. Oh well. I don't know what's going on with my Discord. It's not. Oh! That's what it is. Alright. My sound was turned down on my computer. Somebody say something now? My sound was turned down on my computer for some reason. I don't know how my sound got turned down on my computer. It was all the way on 0. I'm sorry to everybody that was trying to talk to me in Discord, and cause I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear nothing. I was totally stumped just now. I was completely stumped just now. I didn't know what was going on, and I happened to look over there, and I had an X on my speaker. I had an X on my speaker, and the audio was turned all the way down on my computer some kind of way.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
All right.
I can hear now. I could hear the audio board when I had hit that last time. All right. Now that we went through all of that right there, good evening. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know what I came to do. So we're gonna get to it. I jollipies for such a late session. Family comes first. I was gonna just not do it, but my sweetie still ain't made it home yet. She's still out doing some Christmas shopping. Hold on. Just need it before 9. On the way back to the hotel now. Okay. All right, so family come first. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into it since it's so late. We ain't going to waste a whole lot of time because it's so late. We're going to get right into it. Going to go ahead and open up TradingView. This is the intraday price action recap. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. For those that are interested, we still got 10 slots left in the boot camp. Gang. Y'all 75% off discount code is good into Christmas. If you're not in the gang already, the 50% off has ended, so it will be $1,000 for non-gang members. Those people that's in the gang that want to participate, if you use your 75% off code, it'll be $250 for you. We starting on January 1st, going hot and heavy. Let's get to it, man. Let's look at the price action today. Yesterday, right? We had a very, 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 very large range day. Right? This was yesterday's price action right there. Right? Yesterday, from peak to trough, meaning from the highest high to the lowest low of yesterday, it was a 1,076 and 3/4 point move from the highest high to the lowest low. That is a very large range day, right? That's a very large range day. Anytime we have a large range day, right, what are the expectations going into the next day? Can somebody tell me what the expectations are going into the next day?
Stop, flop, high resistance.
Yes, high resistance, right? And we call that a what? Everything and what? Very good. Everything and nothing. You have an everything day and then a nothing day, right? AKA a large range day and then a inside day. All right? Large range day and then an inside day. Very good. A nothing burger. All right? Matter of fact, I wonder if I still got that picture in here. A long time ago, I did a picture about the nothing burger. Right there. I still got it in there. Boom. The nothing burger. All right? That's what we got today. Y'all give it up for my Photoshop skills, man. Y'all give it up for my Photoshop skills. Shout out the nothing burger. Right? Right? So today we had a nice juicy nothing burger. All right? And what does that mean? That means, let's go up to a daily chart real quick. And as you'll see that yesterday, right, this right here is yesterday's candle, 12/18, and this is today's candle, right? Like I said, AKA a large range and then an inside day. What does that mean about an inside day, right? That means that the entire range of this candle here traded inside the range of the the candle prior to it, right? That's a inside day. It traded inside the entire range of this day. It never broke out of the box, right? It never broke out of the box to the upside or the downside. It just traded inside the range, right? So if you're looking at it on the daily chart, it's clear to see the everything and nothing day, right? AKA the nothing burger. All right. Now let's go in there and see what the algorithm did during this infamous nothing burger, right? As we see now, right, price has expanded down, right? It has taken out a daily low, right, giving us a bearish break in market structure on the daily, and it has created a daily SIBI, right? It's created a daily SIBI, so it's looking bearish on the daily, right? When we look at our weekly time frame, right, is the weekly, right, has the weekly broken bearish yet? Right, has the weekly broken bearish yet? Who can tell me? We got a large down close candle thus far. Has the weekly broken bearish yet?
No, not yet.
No. Very
No.
good. Very good. The weekly has not broken bearish. The weekly will not break bearish until at least here. Right? That's at least. But for me, this is the bearish break for the weekly. Right? That's the bearish break for the weekly for me, right? But at least here, right? That would be a bearish break in market structure for the weekly, but me, that's the low that does it for me, right? Because this range here, right, all of these ranges there are parts, you know what I'm saying? That right there, from here, from this low to that high, that's the largest weekly dealing range, right? That's the weekly dealing range, right? That's the largest weekly dealing range there. And then we broke out the top of it when we went here. Then we broke out the top of it when we went there. Then we broke out the top of it when we went there, right? So this range right here, taking out that low there, for me, that's not enough to say, oh, the weekly is bearish. It's that one there for me. Just personal preference. All right. Looking at the monthly, right? Is the monthly bearish? We got this big old, what they call that? What is that? Is that the shooting star or the hanging man? Which one is that? Is that the shooting star, rising star, hanging man? Which one is this? This little doji candle right there with a long wick up there. The monthly has not broken bearish, right? So the monthly is still bullish. The weekly is still bullish, right? And the daily has had a bearish breaking market structure. So since the gravestone, that's what it's called, gravestone doji, shooting star, okay, shooting star or gravestone, whatever it was, okay, I don't know the candle names, but thank you. So anytime a higher time frame is bullish and you're anticipating a pullback, right? What do we say? It's okay for lower time frames to have a breaking market structure, right? It's okay for the lower time frames to have a breaking market structure because you need the higher time frame to come back to a discount, right? You need it to come back to a discount, you know what I'm saying, if the bullish move wants to continue in a healthy manner, right? So you need it to come back to a discount, right? And when it comes back to a discount on the weekly, right? Let's go back to the weekly, right? I'm gonna come from here, go to there, right? For that price leg there, right? We have just come into a discount for that price leg there, right? For the uppermost price leg, right? We are in a discount still, right? So for that price, for both of these price legs, however, right, this weekly BSC is in the discount. Okay, that weekly BSC for both of these price legs is in the discount. All right, this one, it's in the discount. That one, it's in the discount. Okay. Then we go down to a daily, right? See where the higher time frame PD array rests. It rests down here. So that makes it okay for the daily to have a bearish breaking market structure because it needs to come down to a higher time frame PD array, right? A higher time frame imbalance. So there's nothing wrong that you expect this to happen, right? That's when we talk about using your advanced knowledge of the concepts to trade against the grain, right? And as y'all remember, ever since we were back, can't shrink it up enough. Right. There you go. Maybe it was shrunk up enough, right? Ever since we were back over in this area here, right? Let's go back to 15 minutes. Yes, that's it. Right? Ever since we was back over in this area here, we were saying that this area here was our potential smart money reversal. And then at this point here, we said that now we know we're on the right side of a market maker sell model, right? And if we're on the right side of the market maker sell model, we're looking for opportunities to sell until we get back to the initial consolidation, right? We were looking at possibilities for initial consolidation coming all the way over, right? We never know how far the market's going to go, but we just look for areas that can be, right, initial consolidation and what makes the most sense, right? For the daily time frame, this made the most sense of being the initial consolidation, right? Why is that? Why is that? Can anybody tell me why this right here made the most sense for that being the initial consolidation on the daily time frame?
It's been a long time there.
It's just way simpler than that.
Oh,
Way simpler than that.
It's the area that went off and took the high.
Way simpler than that. What am I circling right here?
The expansion up or the delivery up.
Okay, how about if I do it like this? Or how about if I do it like this?
Oh, that's the latest inside dealing range.
That's the dealing range, right? That's our dealing range. So when we get our smart money reversal, we're looking for the liquidity at the opposite end of the dealing range. Remember, external liquidity, right? When we engage external liquidity, what is stacks on stacks time? What is liquidity paired with? Right? What consolidation is paired with what PDA? I mean, what consolidation is expansion is compared with what? Right? Consolidation is compared with what? Expansion is compared with what? Liquidity is compared with what? Right?
You said expansion?
Expansion is paired with what? What is expansion paired
Order
with?
blocks and
Order blocks.
stuff like that.
Right? Order blocks. What is liquidity paired with?
Highs and lows.
But I'm saying, what is it paired? Like you got order blocks here, right? But what is the liquidity when you do a raid on liquidity? What is that? Stops, but
Stops.
what is it? Okay, stops, but what is it? You have stuff that is you got order blocks that's paired with expansion, right? And stops is paired with what? Right? Liquidity stops is paired with what? So you got order blocks and then you got expansion. Right? And then you got stops or liquidity. Stops or liquidity, and is paired with what? Stops or liquidity. Stops or liquidity, and is paired with what? Okay, let's try this. Consolidation is paired with what?
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium. Very good. Consolidation is equilibrium. Now let's go back over here to these stops. Liquidity. Liquidity raise or stops is paired with
Swing high, swing low. Relative reversal.
reversals.
Oh, yeah,
When
that's
you-
right. Stacks on stacks on stacks.
Stacks on stacks on stacks, right? So when you raid external liquidity, you're always looking for the possibility of a reversal, because when you raid external liquidity, you have broken out the bottom or the top of the box, right? So if you're bullish and you poke out the bottom of the box, then you're looking for a possible reversal, right? If you're bullish and you bust out the top of the box, you're looking for a continuation. If you're bearish and you bust out the top of the box, you're looking for a possible reversal. If you're bearish and you bust out the bottom of the box, you're looking for a continuation, right? So if the overall time frame is bullish, right, and we get a market maker sell model set up, right? The place that where you want to look the most, the place that makes the sense, right, is the opposite end of the dealing range. And for the daily time frame, that's the opposite end of our current dealing range. That's why that consolidation made the most amount of sense on the daily time frame, right? So now on the daily time frame, when you come to your low or high, right, what do we want to know? How far can price do what? How far can we go, right? And then what do we want to look for below this point right here, right? The first thing we look for is a higher time frame PD array, right? What's the higher time frame PD array below that dealing range? That weekly BISI right there. Where is that weekly BISI? In the discount, right, of the weekly range, right? The range that the week is, the higher time frame. I ain't gonna say the weekly range, but the higher time frame range, right? Because if I go to a weekly chart, like we said, if we go to a weekly chart and look at the candles on a weekly chart, all right? Am I sharing my screen with everybody?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. If we come over here, get this out of here. Don't need this stuff. I got a lot going on. Just do it like this. All right. If I come over here to the weekly area, right? Price on the weekly time frame. Price went up, pulled back, went up, consolidated, went up, and now it's pulling back, right? So this is the initial start of this entire dealing range, right? We broke out the top of the box, right? So since price is bullish, we're looking for a continuation, right? We consolidated, then we broke out the top again, right? Came out the top of this area here before that little pullback, broke out the top again. So we're looking for a continuation called price is bullish, right? Then we broke out the top again, right? Price is bullish. So we're looking for some kind of continuation, right? So now we're retracing back down. And since we're retracing back down, we're looking at the most current price leg right there, right? This is our most current price leg there, right? And then we have a weekly imbalance in the discount of that most current price leg, right? And that weekly imbalance is below, right, our daily, right, our daily leg, right? So for our daily price leg, that becomes what? This becomes what? What type of liquidity?
Internal?
Yes, that's internal liquidity for this range, but it's external liquidity for this range, right? And since this is external liquidity for this range here, right? Now let's put a line right here. Well, matter of fact, let's do it like this. We're going to put a line right there. Make that sell side. Okay. Fatten it up a little bit so y'all can see it. Okay. Make that sell side. And then we're going to go up time frame, right? That is still internal liquidity for the weekly range right there. See? Still internal liquidity for the weekly range right there. And then that low right there, when I said this low right here could technically be a bearish breaking market structure for the weekly, but for me, that's the one where I'm looking at it as the weekly breaking bearish. Do you understand why now? Because that is our range that we're looking at for the weekly time frame, right? That's going outside of this range right there. This is just internal liquidity inside a larger range. Make sense to everybody? Do that make sense? I know a lot of times I be talking and saying stuff and I don't get a chance to really break it down and explain it, but I want to take time and spend a little bit of time right there at that moment. Let's go back here, looking at our monthly chart here. Right now we can see that price has made a return back below the monthly open. Remember we was talking about that monthly open the other day? I don't remember when it was. Right, that candle just turned red like that. We just went back below that monthly open again. Y'all seen how it just turned red and turned back green? I don't know if y'all can see that candle because it's really thin, but every time that turned red like that, we're below the monthly open right there. And when we said when price trades back to a discount, right, what's the most optimum place to be trying to look for reasons to buy? Below the open. Now, I'm not saying just jump in there and start buying nothing, but what I am saying is if the bullishness is intact and the bullishness is going to stay true, then these are the signs that you look for. Price trading back down into a discount, and preferably going below a opening price. All right. Okay, now since price is bullish on the higher time frame, right, what you would want to see is if price decides it wants to continue the bullish move, you want to see price push through and disrespect this daily SIBI right here. You don't want to see, now ain't nothing wrong with price coming up to it, pulling back, but you don't want to see price come here and go down and create another SIBI, right, and just keep dropping. That's what you don't want to see if the bullishness is to continue. Right, now that you've come down into a discount, right, come down below the opening price, now you want to see price start to try to give you some kind of sign that it wants to disrespect and go up, right? And then you say, Tim, what's that Fibonacci tool sitting on right there? What were you watching right there today? Let's go and look at it. Can anybody tell me what that is? Can anybody tell me why I have this right here marked out with this Fibonacci tool? And why did I put it in the 4th grade? Can anybody tell me what that is right there? While I check my text, can anybody tell me what that is? These are daily candles.
It's the last swing low that market provided before going higher.
Give me more detail about the last swing low it provided before going higher.
So it's the low that took out the high, so it will be a good target, but it also has an extended.
What do we call? Don't overthink it. Go back to what you said. What you said? It's the low that did what?
Took out the high.
The low that took out the high. When we come back below that, what does that make that?
Oh, it's a breaker.
A breaker. Yes, it's a bearish breaker, right? So what do we want to see the sensitivity in any block, any type of block? What do we want to see the sensitivity at?
Either 0.5 and below. Normally 0.25, I think, but 0.5 I think is acceptable.
Don't worry about the quads. What do we want to see the sensitivity at?
Oh, mid-wick.
We want to see the take off the mid. We want to see the sensitivity
in the wick.
Yes, we want to see the sensitivity in the wick, right? And so since we want to see the sensitivity in the wick, then that's why we're just grading the wick right there. Now we want to see, do we get 25%? Do we get consequent encroachment? Do we get 75%? Do we get the full thing? And at this point, you see we got the full wick. We went all the way back up to the closing price of this breaker, right? Went all the way up to the closing price of the breaker before retreating, right? And this right here is what we talk about with a first touch, right? That's a first touch. The breaker was created And so on the lower time frames, I was wanting this to act as resistance, right, in the first touch.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Timmy
what's
want to know if we're gonna bring stuff tonight or in the morning.
Um, yeah,
Dry. I can take it tonight.
yeah, I can take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Once I get off. Once
No,
I get.
they got. They can't. It has to be there before 10. They can't come out after 10.
Oh, they can't come out after 10.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna wrap it up and then I'll just take it up there.
Okay.
All right, y'all. That stuff. That stuff came up. I got to get Junior his stuff back, and they can't come out after 10. So, real quick, yeah, that's why that's first touch, right? We trade on the lower time frame. We look for it to come back into this daily breaker. Right now that we've come down to a discount, now we want to see, as for the bullish sentiment, we want to see this breaker fail. Right? We want to see it fail because we've come down into a discount, right? We've come down to a weekly bullish PD array. So now we want to see price get supported here, right? We don't have anything. All right, we got the possibility, what, this month ain't over yet, but right, we got a possibility of creating a monthly fair value gap. We don't have anything to trade on the monthly right now. We don't have anything to go down there to right now, right? So we want to see this support price, and then on the weekly, right, we want to see that support price, and then we want to, on the daily, see this breaker fail. Right now, like I said, it don't have to just blast through it in one shot. There's nothing wrong with going up here getting a reaction off the breaker, but what we want to see is this breaker fail. We don't want to see this breaker. You don't want to see us hit this breaker, then come back and start displacing down further and further and further. Right. All right. Now there's nothing wrong also with hitting this breaker, coming back and wicking, like running liquidity and going up. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because if we did come back up here, hit that, and then ran liquidity and go up, that'll just give us a bullish breaker on that side, right? So it don't matter. Well, if we get a bullish breaker here or a bullish mitigation block here, it matters not. We just want to see this breaker fail, this become an inversion fair value gap, and then that become a reclaimed fair value gap, going back to the upside. All right. Looking at today, this nothing burger that we had today, the sentiment was either doing nothing or continuing to the downside, right? Doing nothing or continuing to the downside, because we got weekly business that we can attend to down here, right? So do nothing or continue to the downside. So price throughout the Asian, right, did a whole bunch of nothing. Okay, from 12:45 up until 9:30, right, we traded back up into that wick we was looking to act as resistance. So from 12:45 up until the 9:30 open, we traded up to that breaker, the wick of that breaker that we was looking to act as resistance. Okay, once we got up to the breaker, right, we got a breaking market structure down on this 15-minute right here on this 9:30 candle, right, came down, breaking market structure there. Okay, then here, right there, what do we get right here, right? Can somebody tell me what we get on this 9:45 candle, right? What do we get right there? What is that? What did that candle do there? What did that give us?
Immediate rebalance.
Immediate rebalance.
Immediate rebalance, right? How can we tell that? Because, right, on this candle at the latest, that one, right, we want to see it get on out of there. We don't want to see it shucking and jiving and sticking around there, right? So we traded back up, right, we had the possibility of creating a SIBI, but we traded back up, did not create a SIBI. And then the very next candle, yes, we went down and we came back up, but that's indicative of high resistance time, right? We came down, got away from it, then we reversed and came back up, looking like, oh, we just swept liquidity, we fun to go back up, but where did price stop? Right? That right there is 25% of that wick that we want to see act as resistance. Right? When is it acting as resistant? What time is it? We've started the New York session. Right? So went to the top of it, came down, breaking market structure, went up, respect 25% of it. Right? Price break down, get below midnight, this high resistance. Right? So what is it doing when it dropped below midnight right there? Right? What is it doing right there? It's tricking people into thinking, right, that we can possibly be wanting to go up, right? Because we just ran liquidity and we just came back down below midnight, right? Tim already said if we retrace back down, we want to buy in a discount and we want to buy below an opening price, right? We come down below the opening price. We don't take out that low. So we're probably going to go up, right? Then when it goes up, what does it do? Right, it stops again, this time even lower than the 25%. Then what does it do? Come back down, takes out sell side again. Another deep retracement, and this time what did it do? It stopped before it even got to the wick, right? Then we came down and took out, no, we made relative equal lows there, retraced back into the range, took out the low, and then dropped down, right? You can see the price action was a little bit cleaner, right? When did that start, right? When did that start? Right there. That's 1:45, right? When does the afternoon session start? Right? At 1:30, right? Whenever we go into a new anything, right? We go into a new anything. What do we anticipate? Going into a new anything. Right? So the manipulation. The morning was very high resistance, right? Look at the morning. Look at the morning right here. Look at this price action here. Then look at this price action right there. Right? Which one looks smoother? This one does, right? We had a large range day, so the morning was trash, right? Then we came to the afternoon. What time does the afternoon start? At 1:30, right there at 1:30. What did price do at 1:30? Price went up, right? When it went up, right, it's going up above, taking out any type of stops in here, right? And then what did it do? Like we said, it failed to even get to that area of resistance, right? High protected, right? See that? High protected. Failed to get to that area of resistance, letting you know that the sell program is still intact throughout all of this high resistance, right? So everybody that's trying to pick the bottom is steadily getting bust in the head, right? Steady getting taken out. So at 1:30, price goes up, right? Comes back down, right? Judas swing, right? Retrace back up into the range, right? Drop down, trace back up into the range. Then after the new day open, drop down, taking out the low, finally making it down into the weekly fair value gap down there. Anyway, hopefully y'all got something out of it. I got to go. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let me see, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. If I decide to do it at 6 o'clock, we'll do a recap of the whole week. We'll look at the whole week. But yeah, man, y'all take it easy. Till the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts on this thing that they call price action. It's your boy Aranya Grande, better known as Timothy Lee Rogers Sr.